Hey guys, welcome back. We're going on with the Norse campaign again, and I just noticed we're pretty close to finishing the game, less than 10 episodes to go.
Come. Warm yourself by old Scout's fire.
Have you seen a giant with a single eye come past, old man?
If you are looking for giants, we have plenty. Ragnarok is nigh, the final battle. As soon as the Norsemen started fighting one another, all the giants came out of the hills to join in.
Maybe we could convince some of these Norsemen to stop fighting each other and join us.
They would kill strangers as soon as they sighted them. I do have the banner of my own village. If you carry it before you, they'll stop fighting long enough to hear you out. But you won't change any minds.
It seems worth a try.
The pass between here and the clans is full of giants. But if you promise to keep me safe from them, I'll go with you.
Ja, tilbúin. Ég vil.
Alright, so we're keeping them in a separate control group. We've got the banner, as well as the old man who just changed voice actor. And we need to keep them protected. We lose if they both die. So all we need to do in this stage is get them to the very top of the map. However, we have to build a base in this map. And these temples spawn giants for free, many of them very quickly. So you really need to get rid of these. This is the only one I can think of that you absolutely need to get rid of, because it spawns them so fast and they're so aggressive. But the giants do tend to go for the flag bearer, which is very annoying. And with the bad pathfinding, it's kind of hard to get away from them. But it won't be a problem for long. This stage is very easy to do if you do it the way that the game tells you to do it. Very difficult if you are a rebel and do it your own way. I'll explain what I mean soon. Come on. Luckily, we do start with a lot of hero units by this point in the game. And here's the other temple you need to destroy. Just because it's so close, you have to wonder where you're getting these Greek units. What with not having any Greek barracks. Alright, we just need to make our way a little bit farther north. Here we go.
The giants have rolled boulders into our path. What will we do?
Only siege will be able to make a dent in that wall. Build up our defenses. Construct siege to attack that wall.
There we go. So, you can attack this wall with any unit and do 1 damage per hit. And you can actually break through the boulder wall fairly quickly in like a solid 10 minutes, just by using your axemen and your hoplites. However, when that wall gets damaged enough, they send out an army of giants on you that you can't fight, and they earthquake to destroy your entire base. Because of how long it takes to break through it, once you get to that point, the game will think that, get dwarves. The game will think that you have a full army by then, because you're supposed to have like a full army, and they'll think that you'll break through the wall any second now because you have portable rams. If you don't have portable rams, you'll break through it when the army's on your doorstep, and you will die. Because an event happens after that you have to wait for. So it's actually guaranteed death if you don't do it the way they want you to do it. So let's actually get some military buildings early on here. Keep the units in formation, and we need to get Heroic Age. We'll go ahead and get the plow early. Now, we're with Loki in this stage, weirdly enough. However, we don't have his god power. We're given Zeus's bolt instead. His god power normally is to target an enemy unit, and unbeknownst to the enemy, you now see everything that unit sees. It's pretty useful. I do highly recommend mass-producing hero units in this stage. Because when the army of giants shows up, you'll need them. Also helps in generating favor if you want myth units. And we have no one getting wood right now, so we need to get on that. Right now we're using a lot of food and gold with these guys, but they do train kind of slowly, so it offsets it a bit. The only enemies in this entire stage, I believe, are hill giants and frost giants, so heroes are a big deal. There we go, 2 places producing the heroes. And let's get that armory, which we need to go to the heroic cage. We could use the upgrades anyway. Although I believe we do start with a few in this stage. And now we want to get some gatherers. And now we pretty much just play the waiting game for a little while. Unfortunately. However, we can go Hero Cage very soon if we want to. And like what will happen very often in the stage, getting supply blocked. And unfortunately, as we are not with Thor, I don't feel like it's a good idea. I don't feel like it's a good idea to just produce dwarves for everything and reallocate these dwarves to other things, because if you're not with Thor, these dwarves suck pretty bad at gathering food and wood. I'd rather have regular gatherers do it. And we can keep getting more houses. And you can actually go to food. Now we're using all of our food on gatherers. And, of course, our military. So we're gonna stop production of them very temporarily. Yeah, have them in a nice formation right up front. Now, there are passages all along here that are full of temples and giants. So that becomes a problem, as one could imagine. Let's actually max out our population limit fairly early on. I feel like that's a good idea.
Tilbúin? Satt. Já. Já, samsagt.
And we can get farming going soon, too. That's why I upgraded the plow early.
Tilbúin?
I'd like to upgrade it more, but of course requires, that requires Hero Cage.
Tilbúin. Já.
So once again, we're left playing the waiting game. And I think that'll be it for gatherers for now.
Something.
Skipan.
We get one more on food. We might actually take some people off wood a little later. And let's get them an ox cart so they have a closer drop point. I love ox carts. There you go.
Hver það? Ég vil.
I like how they get giant slabs of steak out of pigs. Well, not many giants. And that's the last house being built right now. There we go.
Já, samþykkt.
Have as many of them as I can fit there. Get in position. And they can only attack from below, of course, so we're pretty safe.
Skipan.
Alright, let's get farming going.
Já, tilbúin. Ég vil. Já, tilbúin. Satt. Já.
Já.
Come on.
Satt. Tilbúin. Satt. Satt. Skipan. Satt. Já, ég vil.
Hate waiting for wood to come in to get farms. Really slows things down. Any second now.
Ég vil.
There we go. Oh, we could definitely use a few more gatherers on food.
Tilbúin, satt.
However,
Já. Já.
despite how we need that, we also kind of need to save up our food.
Hver
So, we're gonna save up our food. We have a lot of gold, though. As soon as I can get that market, I can buy a lot of things with it. Might as well get copper. Actually, no, we don't need copper shields now I think about it. There's not a single piercing attack in this whole stage. Be a waste of resources. Let's actually get the Eyes in the Forest. It's a low-key ability where our infantry sees farther. I can see that being useful, mostly because we're almost entirely using infantry.
Skipan. Ég vil.
We're very close to enough food now, which is nice. Yeah, we don't need either of those because the earthquake will get rid of our whole base anyway. Unless we were to build things down here. It would be actually a smart way to get around the whole how they stop you from producing units. Didn't realize the town center was still hurt.
Já.
Someone repair that.
Ég vil.
And, ooh, I could get mountain giants to fight them with. Walking woods would be kind of useful here. However, Ringgiver gives Jarls improved hit points. That is nice, but I think I will definitely go with Battle Boars. And soon we can get our hill castles. Or hill forts. Don't know why we can't use this one. Which is also of Loki. Which makes me wonder about this old man. Bastard. I wonder the hill giants, are they of Loki? Mother Nature's of Poseidon. Weird. Are they against us? Oh, the waiting game. We need more gatherers on food. Desperately. Okay.
Skipan.
Let's get that hill fort.
Ég vil.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
And I'll produce, maybe 5 portable rams.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Alright. There we go. Of
Samþykkt.
course, we need more wood.
Já. Skipan.
Come on.
Ég vil.
You know what? Get another person on wood. Portal rams are going. And now, are there any more upgrades we want? Lots of giants there, but still. We have a lot of forces. And a lot of heroes. And our favor is fantastic. Which is as to be expected.
Something. Yo.
Now, what I'm actually going to do here... set both of them back to mass-producing heroes. This would make the heroes train faster. Yes, I think I want that. Very soon, once I have the resources. Oh, nope, nope. Dip down below. Okay. Because I want a lot of heroes to help slow down the enemy army. Okay, you guys get in position. Okay, yeah, they take it down pretty fast. I just want to fill out the rest of my population with heroes.
Já.
Let's also increase the speed at which we get resources.
Tilbúin.
Almost out of gold at that gold mine, but to be expected. I'd very much like to get the food to make them train faster, just so this episode doesn't drag on as much. However, we are very close to our population cap, so maybe that's unnecessary. Although I could kill off some of my human units to get more hero units.
Something.
Would be a good idea. I don't need these hoplites, they can't even build. Don't need you. There we go. You know what? Let's do that. There we go. That freed up some population.
Something.
That's a very heroic army. All with a glow. You can use flaming weapons, of course, if we need to. Although I don't know if it counts. It says for human soldiers. I don't think it counts for heroes. We're out of gold over here. Could get a gold mine going over here. Let's do that. And have my current group of guys go over there and protect it. Oh, right, there's a temple here.
Something.
Okay, you can fight your way. They'll be fine. They're all heroes. Just mine during this whole fight, you know, it's safe.
Yo.
Perfect.
Hver þar?
Yo. Suck.
And they'll stay right there, blocking the passage.
Something.
These guys can just stay in formation in case any slip by from the east side.
Tilbúin? Já.
Perfect. And we're almost at the population cap. Still have an absurd amount of gold. Let's actually get a market. That way we can buy some food.
Já. Samþykkt.
Forgot I can just queue up a bunch of people to go work on it. Speeds things up a lot. There we go. Now we have plenty of food.
Tilbúin, já. Ég vil.
Would be nice if we had Valkyries, however, I believe Loki can't get them. He can't pick the minor god required for it, I don't think.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
You know, giants coming from here could really mess me up right now. But whatever. Not like I need any more wood anyway. There we go, and we're now training our heroes even faster. And Mythic Age is disabled. Okay. Probably so we couldn't go get armory upgrades we're not supposed to have. Or units that we're not supposed to have.
Tilbúin, satt.
Okay, we're basically at the population cap. It's gonna lock... Yep, okay.
Yo.
So this is my army. Plus however many of them want to join.
Ég vil. Tilbúin, já. Hver það?
You,
Já,
my
samþykkt.
leftover troops, will stay here
Skipan.
to slow them down.
Já.
Já.
Let's go.
Orrustuslag.
Já.
Okay.
Já, ég vil.
Now we wait. We won't have to wait very long. Any second now. Might as well get some superfluous building health upgrades. It's when this thing gets down to, I think 2,000 health, is when the giant army arrives. I like that wood cracking noise it makes when I hit these rocks. Or near these rocks. Here they come.
Huge army of giants! Break through the boulders, quickly!
Yeah, and I believe they keep spawning more. There are a lot of giants coming.
Hver það?
Come on. Get the army in position. In fact, help break it. Any second now.
The wall is down, but we have an army on our tail. I suggest we move north up the pass.
You guys go be a distraction.
You're right.
Já.
We cannot fight a force that large.
það?
Retreat to the north, now!
Samþykkt.
Okay. So the base is gonna get hit absurdly hard.
Skipan. Já. Ég vil.
That is why we keep
Já,
moving
satt.
as fast as we can. If we were to have not used portable rams to do that, then they would be literally right on our heels at this point.
Ég vil.
Also, the hero army allows us to get through these giants a lot faster. It's a lot of things you couldn't really anticipate. This is a bit of a hard mission because of that.
Ég vil.
Hver það?
However, if you just do what the game tells you, build up siege units, it's not too bad.
Will we do now?
There goes our
Would not take
base.
us this far just to perish here. There must be a way across.
Skip satt. Atrás, já.
And here's where you'd be getting crushed by giants right now as
Again,
you
the
wait.
gods bless us.
You have to wait for that to burn down. And as you can see, it's just too many giants to handle. It's pretty bad. I didn't notice all those pigs there. Could have used that.
Til something.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Skipan.
Okay, I think it's a straightaway now. Yep.
Tilbúin.
Já, ég
Come on. Walk up that incredibly treacherous slope. And we've done it. Alright. On the next episode, apparently there's a very friendly welcoming committee who's gonna have a little talk with us. Until next time, have a nice day.